Hey guys, quick video. A couple things I've bought. I went and looked at several today. I bought that one today. I bought this one let's see, yesterday, day before yesterday. Yeah, I think it was the day before yesterday, Thursday maybe. I don't know. Anyway, 1957 Cadillac 62 series. Car's got some rust. It's been sitting for several years. I mean, those cars been neglected. It's really rough, but for what I gave for it, it would be a cool rat rod or yard art, something like that. That's kind of what I would classify this car as. Probably a little too rough to actually fix, but a lot of good parts, a lot of money in parts. Old car's pretty cool. Here's a 68 or 69 GMC. I think it's a 68. Truck's not too bad. It's going to need cab corners, it's going to need rockers, but around the window is in good shape, you know, above the sun visors, all that stuff. They put a 4-speed in it. That sort of sucks. They cut the hole out for the 4-speed, but the dash looks good. The radio hole's not been cut out. The doors are good. The bottom of the doors are good. The fenders are perfect. These were supposed to be new old stock GM fenders. I don't know what the story was behind painting them red. I don't know that they're really GM fenders. They may be aftermarket, but the fenders, the hood, all the kind of important parts are solid on the truck. The front cab mounts are good. The rear cab mounts need a little work. I don't really care for the step side bed. I may find me a fleet side at some point. You see somebody's done a little Bondo work back here on this cab corner. That's okay. Kind of been looking for one of these trucks to actually fix and fix right, and I think this is a good candidate. It's original short wheelbase. Of course, it's 2-wheel drive. Kind of looks like a 4-wheel drive with the big tires and stuff on it, but it is a 2-wheel drive truck, short bed. And like I said, it's solid in all the right places. I mean, it does have a little rot here and there, but nothing that really scares me. The frame's good. It's a leaf spring truck. As far as I know, the leaf springs were standard on the GMCs. The swing arms were an option, and it was right the opposite on the Chevrolet. Again, from my understanding, I don't know that that's true. This old bumper's kind of cool. Lenore City, Tennessee. And then you can see here it says Easter Purdy MTRS. I don't really know what that means, but the truck's got good bones. It's gonna make a good truck, I believe. I don't know if it came out 6-cylinder or V8 or what. I have no idea. I went and looked at the truck today, made an offer, and he took it. So here it is. I don't know when I'll get around to this truck, but this one's one I'm going to fix. The Cadillac, not so much. If it doesn't sell, eventually I'll do something with it, but I have put it out there for sale. It's cheap. I'm asking $1,000 for the car. However, I'm not going to ship this car. I want someone to come out and look at it with their eyeballs and make sure they want it. I don't want no hard feelings with nobody. If somebody's interested in the car, $1,000 to buy it. Though Cadillac valve covers are cool. It's got the old AC Delco spark plugs. I like those spark plugs. Those are actually bringing some money. The old spark plugs, jump on eBay and check them out. If you got a bunch of them laying around, they're bringing a little bit of money. Somebody's took the hood off of it. It's missing the hood, it's missing the carburetor, it's missing the starter. So this was more than likely a parts car for someone. But this thing would just be killer. Lowered down on some wheels, maybe satin black. I like patina. I don't really like the patina on this car. So, you know, again, maybe just satin black, lower down on some wheels, and maybe a big old blower sticking up out of this empty hole. Probably save you from having to buy a hood. But of course, I'm sure you could get a hood cheaper and you could get a blower. So, you know, just you could go 1,000 different ways with this car, but it's all there. All of the interiors there. There's the old breather. Has a lot of cool stuff on it. Really cool old car. Really cool old car. I like it. These old 50s model Cadillacs, they just kind of talk to you. They're kind of a different breed. It's not something I've ever really fooled with. I've had some old Buick, Chevrolets. I don't think I've ever had a 50s model Cadillac that I remember, but I do remember a 59 years ago when I was a kid. It was a 4-door. My dad was looking at some other old cars, and it was sitting in a field. I remember that car pretty well for whatever reason. But anyway, here's this GMC. Y'all give me your opinions on it. I really like the truck. these doors and the fenders have had trim on them at one point or another. Of course, he said these fenders were new old stock GM. I don't know if new old stock GM fenders would have the holes for the trim or not, but anyway, they've evidently been on another truck that's had trim on it. So anyway, again, I don't know any backstory to this truck at all. All I know is he bought it and he was going to pull the cab off and the front clip and put it on a 69 model Chevrolet truck. The cab was really bad on it. I about bought it today as well, but we couldn't get together on it. But I told him I'd rather just leave this truck just like it was. Of course, he offered it a little cheaper, you know, him keeping this cab and giving me the Chevrolet cab, but I didn't want to do all that. I like a GMC better myself. So we'll see what happens with this truck. Again, I'm going to do something with it. I'd like to get the bed pulled off, the front clip, go ahead and clean the frame up, paint it, get it lowered, take just the cab and the frame up to Tim, let him do the metal work on it, and then paint it. Be the first one I've painted in a long time. I've painted some, but it's been years. It's not something I enjoy doing. It's a lot of work, and it costs a lot of money. Materials are high: sandpaper, tape, of course filler. You know, any of these trucks you see out here, even the high-end show cars, I mean, typically to get one slick, you skim the whole vehicle with body filler, and you'll sand probably 90% of that back off. But to get one laser straight and slick, you got to have it. And like I said, all this stuff's expensive. This radiator support's got a little spot in it right down here under the headlights, but it's really not that big a deal. I'm sure that Tim could fix that, or I could just buy a radiator support, but I'm sure they're not that expensive. But the firewall looks good. The floors look good for the most part. I think it'll make one. I'm pretty excited about it. Hopefully, you know, make a good truck out of it. But like I said, if somebody's interested in this Cadillac and you're local, again, I don't want to ship this car. I don't want to deal with all that. The car is edgy, it's rough, but it's honest. It's original paint. There's nothing hiding here. Whatever you see, you know, what you see is what you get. So you know, it is what it is. It's a 57 two-door Cadillac. You can't expect much for $1,000. But the old motor's stuck. Man might get it running, I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'm trying out a new camera that I got. It's a GoPro Hero 10, and this thing gets hot. I don't know why it's getting hot. I think they're going to send me a replacement. I don't know if that's kind of typical on these GoPros or not. I'm playing with the, you know, the screen selection and the 4K, 5K, whatever. I don't know nothing about any of that. So I'm just sort of playing here. So if this video quality is not real good, I apologize. My phone, the audio, I know, was kind of in and out on it. So anyway, I'm going to get in here and try to get this video uploaded, and we'll catch you on the next one. I'm going to do another one tomorrow. I've been working on Tim's van. I got all the brakes done. Had a little hiccup on the brake booster. One of the studs broke, and for whatever reason, those brake boosters are very hard to get for a van. I would have thought they would have been the same thing as a truck, but I don't know. Nobody can get them. I've got one ordered off of Parts Geek. That's the only place I could find one, and I'm waiting on any day an email telling me that's out of stock and they're going to refund my money. So I don't know what we're going to do there, but all I got